Now how creepy is this? There's a door open and we have made our way inside the city ground. This is so creepy. No lights on.
You turned me on.
Here, right now, right now, right here.
So I'm currently on an incredibly busy bridge. Cars everywhere, but if I just turn around, even though it's dark, you can kind of acknowledge the beauty that is this river. Now this is the River Trent, and most football fans will know the River Trent separates two football clubs. Now these two football clubs live, their home ground is so close together. They're actually the two closest football grounds in England. The second two closest in the UK after the two Dundee clubs in Scotland. Now over there, with the floodlights on, you've got the smaller of the two currently. You've got the home of Notts County, Meadow Lane. Now over on this side, not lit up because there's no match going on tonight. We are going to be going over to County to watch a match against Gillingham. But over there, slightly lit up, you can see the Forest badge. You've got the city ground. Notts County has the claim of being the oldest professional football club in the world. We recently went to Sheffield FC briefly. Maybe I need to move away from the chaos that is the bridge. Let's walk this way. We're going to check out Forest first, and then we'll finish up over at Meadow Lane for the game, Notts County v Gillingham. But as I was saying, Notts County can claim to be the oldest professional club in the world. We were at Sheffield FC, in Sheffield of course, not so long ago. They are the world's oldest club in general, but obviously they're not a professional club. They're not in the English Football League. But obviously, Forest have a lot of claims of their own. They are two-time European Cup winners, aka two-time Champions League winners, prior to it becoming the Champions League. They've also won one English top-flight title, numerous other trophies. Under Brian Clough, their most successful manager, they never managed to win an FA Cup despite getting to the final, but they did win 2 League Cups. Now I've got loads of early memories of Forest growing up in the 90s. Obviously Clough went in the first Premier League season, 92, 93? But my memories are with like Steve Stone, Stuart Pearce, Van Hooijdonk, bit awkward. I don't know so much about County because obviously in recent years they've not done quite as well. But County were the OGs of Nottingham. When County did leave the Football League, got relegated in 2019, between 2019 and 2023, when they were promoted again, Nottingham Forest had the claim of being the oldest English football club in the English Football League. That was disputed by Stoke. Stoke felt like they were the oldest, but no, everyone backed Forest and Forest had the claim. So they are the second oldest football club in the Football League. Obviously Notts County the first, but Meadow Lane wasn't over there when they started playing football. Meadow Lane did come a little bit later. Trust me to choose to do this on a cold, wet night when it's dark and you can't see much. I'm sure up there on the bridge it would have been beautiful in the summer, that view of both grounds, but obviously we're here, so let's make the most of it. So as I move away from what looks like a rather dodgy area, over here, as I said, we've got River Trent. But what we're going to do, we're going to go and explore the city ground first, the home of Nottingham Forest. Now, Forest, as I said, are 2-time European Cup winners, but they're only 1-time English Football League winners, what's now the Premier League. Brian Clough, a legend of Nottingham Forest, a legend of the area. He'd done well at Derby previously as well. Absolutely changed the fortunes of Forest. But Forest have had a rather up and down time over the years. Obviously at the moment they're a Premier League club, and as you know, if you're a subscriber of the channel, we're visiting each and every Premier League club this season. I'm not sure if I'm going to count this because Forest aren't currently doing stadium tours and I haven't managed to get tickets to a match. I almost came on Wednesday. They won on penalties against Bristol City, but I couldn't do Wednesday, so I thought I'm going to come and check out County on Friday. But if we can't get back, we'll have to count this as number 18 off the list. That means all we've got left is Luton and Brighton. So then guys, I'm outside the Bridgeford stand, upper tier entrance. Now, this is a lot more of your typical look and feel outside an old school English football ground. Again, not terraced housing, semi-detached housing, but very old school. behind me, guys, is of course the fan zone. There's not a game here, obviously, tonight at the City Ground, but you can imagine this absolutely thriving on match day. Most clubs seem to do a fan zone now. Normally the clubs that move to grounds slightly on the outskirts of town or a city. This is still very much in the heart of Nottingham though, but it's good to see another fan zone. So behind me over here, guys, is the Brian Clough stand. Now we'll get on to Brian Clough, I'm sure, in a moment. As I just mentioned, probably the most important figure in Forest history. What we're going to do, we're going to start off by going down this way. I'm not sure of the name of any of the stands. Again, if you're new, part of the fun of these videos is we explore from a point of view whereby very rarely have we been to any of the grounds that we're going to. I've never been here to the City Ground or at Meadow Lane before, so I'm really buzzing to check out both. But what I do encourage is for Forest fans, county fans, and general football fans with knowledge, or even if you've got no knowledge, get involved in the comments below, because you lot participating is a big part of these stadium tours. All right then, guys, I'm about to go under the Trent end stand under there where the light is, but I have noticed it continues underneath the stand, should I say. Every time we go to football grounds, we generally see those bricks that you can buy and personalise them, dedicate them to a member of the family or so on. But what I like about the Forest ones is you've basically got all the fans ones over there. Like if I just read one, for example, Nigel Long, happy 60th, Forest always. Happy 18th birthday, Hayley Campbell, love from Grandma and Grandad. But within that, they've actually got the legends within the middle. For example, over here as well, you've got Viv Anderson in the middle, Forest legend, but then you've got John Morley, loyal supporter. I really like that touch. It's not unique to Forest, pretty much every football club do it, but it's fun to see. So let's go under this bridge and see what else we've got over here. Bobby McKinley is the legend, and let's just have a little look over here. Brian Garrett, 60th. Kevin and Laura, come on you Reds. You've got Des Walker over here. What an absolute legend and underrated defender Des Walker was. Forest till I die, Dave Palmer. So there we go. Really nice touch there by Forest. So over here on match day, you've got like a hospitality lounge. Hospitality at Forest, you've got the Legends Lounge. Hospitality is becoming big business in football, especially in the Premier League. Oh, well, that was actually just a tiny door. You've got a massive entrance over here behind me. Look at that, the Legends Lounge. Let me know in the comments if you've been in the Legends Lounge. It does say over here, guys, we are improving our home. Exciting developments coming soon. What are they? Forest fans, what developments are going to happen here at the City Ground? I mean, it's in such a beautiful setting. I've always liked Nottingham. I had a couple of nights out here when I was younger. I shouldn't really say it on a football video, but apparently the ratio for women to men is like 3 to 1, isn't it? So lads, if you're out on a night out around Nottingham, your odds are good. Most of us still failed. So that's appropriately named the Trent End stand, being next to the River Trent. So Forest, if you didn't know, were founded in 1865, a long time ago, but the ground here didn't open until 1898, so quite a bit after. The history in terms of football here at Nottingham kind of started over there with county. You find a lot of clubs prior to football were either cricket clubs looking for something to do as a winter sport, or there's that kind of Highland game, I can't remember what it's called, like Shinkley or something like that, I can't remember what they call it, but an old school type sport. But as football grew, this area, more towards Sheffield as well, kind of was a hot spot for football in its early days, in its inception. I'm sure I would be getting all excited at this point if this was daylight, but I can't see anything inside the ground. Very little lighting going on inside the City Ground, which isn't ideal for us, but we will hopefully be back. But there's so much more going on around here. You've got all the rowing clubs, you've got the cricket ground over there. It really is a hot spot for sport, not just in Nottingham, just in the area in general. Loads going on here. And again, I'm a bit gutted it is dark, because I'm sure this would be absolutely beautiful on a hot summer's day. So we might have to come back in the summer. You find that a lot of these teams who don't do tours routinely throughout the season, they tend to do them as a bit of a money maker when the season ends in the summer. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a tour done, or at least a match, and we can take a look inside. Guys, it must have been the matchday shop I passed. I thought it was a little bit small by the fan zone. This big shop over here is the main Forest shop. Now obviously it's closed. Normally when we visit each and every Premier League ground, we have to buy one item from the club shop, but today we're unable to. So what we're going to do, obviously we're going to try and come back again for a tour, for a match, but if we can't, I'm going to have to buy something online just to mark our visit. But yeah, it looks a decent sized shop. I'm not sure what stand I'm coming to, but this does look like the main kind of entrance way over here. You've got security there, the ticket office over there. So we'd mentioned that obviously Forest had their most success under Brian Clough, but credit also needs to be given to Peter Taylor, his assistant. The Peter Taylor stand is here, obviously Brian Clough stand over there. Now this essentially was Forest's glory days, the late 70s, early 80s, and you can tell that by the fact that they won the European Cup in 1979 and again in 1980. They've won 2 European Cups, only 1 league title. I'm sure there's not many clubs who have done that. Quite a distinctive, unique little thing, little quirky thing that Forest have. You've got the Robin Hood suite over there, and opposite the Peter Taylor stand you've got the main reception over here. Obviously it's getting on a bit and Forest haven't got a game, so there's not really anyone about. We can ask any specific facts or to get a closer look and stuff, but I'm enjoying this nonetheless. How creepy is this? There was a door open and we have made our way inside the city ground. This is so creepy. No lights on. There are some perks to it being dark. I did ask permission. He said, be quick. Thanks, mate. I won't tell anyone. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, mate. Got the goal nets over there as well. Goal nets. Let's go, let's go. I could have pushed it, you know. I could have actually just walked straight up to the pitch, but with doing these videos and going to football grounds and experiencing the club's history, and the channel's built on respect, guys, so I could have got on there, but I'd love to come back for a closer look officially, and I don't want to upset anyone at Forest, so I've got loads of respect for Forest. Always had a soft spot for Forest. Can I just say as well, I've always had a slight soft spot for Crystal Palace. Now, I've always had a soft spot for Southampton. Always had a soft spot for Forest. Right, so yeah, there was all kinds of doors open everywhere. Everywhere I passed, there was a door open. So I probably could have gone into so many places, but again, it's really tricky when you're trying to build a YouTube channel and not upset anyone too much. What I'm going to do now, guys, is over there in the pub. We're over there at the pub, should I say. We're going to have a pint. I'm going to have a quick pint, and I'll see you across the river outside Meadow Lane. Let's go check out the home of Notts County after a bloody pint. I'm feeling thirsty. Let's go. Here we go then, guys. Meadow Lane. That was a nice point, by the way. Lots of Forest memorabilia in there. So Meadow Lane over here has been here since 1910. Now, as we said, Notts County are the oldest professional football club in the world. They were founded in 1862, but prior to playing at Meadow Lane, Notts County played across the river behind the city ground, the home of Forest, at the cricket ground, Trent Bridge. Now, this was causing all sorts of issues with the Football League. The Football League were getting a bit annoyed and basically gave them an ultimatum. You need to work out a better arrangement with Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club, or you need to find a new ground. And they did just that. They had like 2 years to find a ground. They found a plot of land, which was here. I think it was like an old cattle market possibly. And they moved here in 1910. So despite the fact Notts County, the oldest pro club in the world, Meadow Lane, I mean, it's old, but in footballing terms, it's not that old. Let's head that way and hopefully we'll finish up back round here. I've got no idea whereabouts we're sitting today.
Hi guys, we're just raising awareness for mental health, mate.
So behind me over here, guys, is the official club store. Now, when we visit Premier League stadiums, the rule is we've got to buy something. We couldn't do that at Forest. The Forest shop was closed, of course, but let's go and have a little look inside.
I'll get you back.
The black and white one. That's what white one.
We'll soon get through that, won't we?
Stop, I think 10 years not stop. That's why I didn't get it, not stop.
Hey! That's what we want to get.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, the shop weren't too bad, but I'm not going to part with my money. You've got the Meadow Lane Sports Bar behind us. I'm going to head this way. We're going to finish back at where the club shop was. Typical routine. There we go then, guys. Confirmation. It's on the wall, so it must be true. World's oldest club. So where are we? The Hayden Green family stand. Now, I should have probably gone in the Cop for a better matchday experience, but I thought with me vlogging and being somewhat annoying with the camera, I went dead central. I'm on the front row, in the middle, by the dugouts. I'm not sure of the name of the stand, but we've got a good view. So I'm very much looking forward to this game. So behind me over here is the Cop end. Now this is the end, the lively end in the Notts County ground. I was going to go here as I said, but I think I would be a little bit annoying in the Cop end. Now Notts County have gone through various modifications to Meadow Lane over the years. It becomes so dilapidated, is that even the word? At one point it was even a three-sided ground. Obviously off the back of the Bradford fire disaster and then Hillsborough, there was a lot of scrutiny on these old English football stadiums, and Meadow Lane was one of them. It only had three sides. The one side was like where the players changed and stuff, but obviously now it's four sides, and it looks all right. The capacity is just under 10,000, but due to, I think, whether it's health and safety, I don't know, but most league games, they're only allowed under 9,000, 8,900 and something. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers, bud.
And goal is number 25, Trent. Number 3, Max Clark. Added time, minimum of 3 minutes added time. To our match day sponsor from Old Golby, Nigel Meadow.
Hayden Whitehead from Wilford and Richard Sheldon from Hena. Your £50 winners on Lifeline.
Right guys, there's some seats over here, so I thought I would experience a different view here at Meadow Lane. I've gone for my second item from the refreshment stand. County are 2-1 down. The support's been good. The County have played quite well. Gillingham have played well as well. The support over there has been fantastic too. It's a good game, 2-1 down, but I do think County will bring it back. I'm going to go score prediction 3-2 in the second half. It'll be good, and guys, second half. To the side of me over here, you've got the family stand. Obviously away fans. Fucking defending was fucking awful. Jesus Christ. Notts County are falling apart. That's my 3-2 prediction gone with. Gillingham support's really good. So what's happened to them? I think I've jinxed them. I jinxed Sheffield United the other week. I find it really interesting that Notts County are playing Gillingham wearing a pink shirt. Most people know the history between Notts County and Juventus and how Notts County pretty much gave Juventus the black and white stripes. But obviously prior to the black and white stripes, Juventus wore pink, which is really ironic. You basically got the old and the new. Ooh. Basically got the old and the new Juventus strips on show today. The story goes there was a Nottingham-born player called Tom Savage who played for Juventus and was asked if he could basically sort out some new kits. Being born in Nottingham, he had connections to Nottingham and obviously Notts County, so we provided them with a Notts County style black and white strip, and that replaced Juventus's pink strip. The reason they wore pink is because there were lots of Turin-based clubs back then, all with different colours, and Juventus wanted to stand out, but they had absolutely dire luck in that pink strip, so quite welcomed the black and white stripes. Right then guys, it seems fitting to end this video by a mural of both Brian Clough and Jimmy Cyril representing both sides of Nottingham. Cloughie, a legend on the red side. Cyril, it's got a stand named after him at Meadow Lane. I thoroughly enjoyed these little mooch rounds, both stadiums. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great game for Notts County. Gillingham played really, really well, but I've enjoyed it nonetheless. And if you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let us know in the comments below, where are we going to go next? I'm absolutely freezing my tits off, so it's time to get in the car, get home, and it's time for you to check out these videos next to me. Thanks for watching.